My name is Susan Sanford. I'm a licensed physical therapist, a licensed acupuncturist, and a certified sports medicine acupuncturist. This training session will teach you about 6B's, which is a strategy for optimal posture and safe movement that I have created that will teach you how to attain your optimal posture and how to maintain that optimal posture with all your daily activities. Simple cues to identify and activate your core muscles, and how to apply all of this to prevent injury due to poor posture and poor alignment. I'm going to list out the 6B's, and then I'll explain them one by one. So here we go. We got your bottom, belly, box, shoulder blades, bobblehead, breathing. Now let's go through them one by one. Your bottom is what I consider your pelvic floor. So my definition of your bottom is your pelvic floor muscles, which are living in between your pubic bone, which is the bone right below your belly button, and your tailbone. When you draw up your pelvic floor, you're doing what's called a Kegel. Your pelvic floor is what I consider the foundation of your spine, the foundation of your core. So it's really, really crucial to have a solid foundation whenever you're trying to do anything. So solid foundation, activate your pelvic floor, draw those muscles up. To do it correctly, what I like to tell people is to make sure that you isolate that movement. Do not tighten up your buttocks muscles along with it. Really isolate it. So if you need to put your hands on your buttocks muscles to make sure that they stay quiet as you draw up your pelvic floor, then you know you're doing it correctly. So there we go. There's your bottom, the foundation. Your belly is next. Your belly is your transverse abdominus. Draw that belly button in. You're activating the transverse abdominus, which is your bracing system, is your protection from injury for your low back. So transverse abdominus, draw your belly in. We've got your bottom, we've got your belly. The third one is your box. I consider your box really the most important of all the B's. It's really the center. It's really to identify really where your core is. So let's teach you what your box is. So I have put some stickers on. This is what I consider your box. Right below your rib cage, and then these bones right here, your pelvic bones, there's a little hook here. That's your ASIS. So if you connect these dots, you have what I consider your box. Your box needs to be open. Your box needs to be square at all times. Whenever you're doing anything, sitting, bending, lifting, moving, whatever you do during the day, if your box is square, you are protecting your spine from injury. You're also activating your core. So watch this. So if my box starts to collapse, look at my posture. My head's forward, my shoulders are rounded, I lose the natural curve in my spine, my core is not activated. So the cue that I like to give is to lift up your rib cage and draw your rib cage away from your belly button. And you'll feel your lower abdominals automatically draw in. So there's your box. I consider this, if you can walk away with one thing, walk away with your box. So we've got your bottom, your belly, and your box. Keep your box open and square all the time. Next is your shoulder blades. Shoulder blades is what I consider your core for your entire upper body, your head, your neck, and your arms. Now, if your box, this is how it ties in. If your box isn't square and you try to draw your shoulders back to have good posture, it just doesn't work. So if you're trying to draw it back, it's just really hard to have good posture and draw your shoulder blades without your box. So now feel what it's like to draw up your rib cage away from your belly button, and your shoulder blades naturally draw down and back. So you're drawing your shoulder blades back, and you're making them super strong. So bottom, belly, box, shoulder blades. Next, you're doing all the things, you're working really hard, and we tend to kind of contract and tighten up our neck. So don't do that. My cue is to do a check-in and make sure that you can do a little bit of a bobblehead. It's just a cue, it's just a check-in, making sure that your head and neck are in neutral alignment When you're concentrating really hard, you tend to tighten everything up. So open up your box, draw your shoulder blades down and back, and do a check-in and make sure that you can do a bobblehead. Now, the sixth one is breathe. Sometimes we all forget to breathe. Just a reminder to breathe. And then also, as you pucker your lips and exhale, you can feel your lower abdominals draw in. So really use that to really connect all the B's and use your breath to really activate your lower abdominals. And then you've got the full concept right there. So let's review. Bottom, belly, box, blades, bobblehead, and breathe. Say this mantra with everything you do. All your daily activities. Sitting, walking, bending, lifting, cooking, exercising, anything that you do, 6B's apply. And it's really, 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 really helpful in getting that optimal posture and protecting your body for safe movement. Thank you.